back on the Kodiak, y'all, and one of the things that I was doing this time was actually finally getting that hood on and out of the way. So RVT Built came down from Florida. We had a couple things that we had to exchange. I had some parts from him that he was gonna give me. He had some parts from me that he was gonna give me, and we swapped. But one of the things that I was supposed to give him also was the hood, the steel cowl off of the Kodiak, and put on that hood that you guys saw me repairing that I got from the guy that introduced me to like 24 hours at Le Mans and all of that. So we made that happen. And there it is in its splendor and glory. Yeah, looks like crap, but again, I'm gonna go to Joey. Joey's gonna take care of the finishing body work and the paint and whatnot, so that way we're all good and this thing is looking back to how it should be. So the thing is, we thought we had it figured out. It was all good, but this is where the good acting comes into play. This is not a good morning. I actually was on my way to training at work when we thought we had the hood latched. We did not have the hood latched. And this is what happened that's about to set me back another $320 that I don't have. There it is. So, gotta go get another windshield. Against the clock, there's a lot of dew out this morning, so I had to use the defogger to unfog the window because obviously I can't use the wipers, and just gotta make it to my appointment. I'll explain in a bit what happened as far as things that we didn't account for. One thing being that this is a quality hood, it's not a cheapy deepy. It's a hardwood. Hardwoods, great, they've been around forever, great products. So the one thing I didn't consider is that the tolerances for this hood were a little tighter around the latch, and because of the previous damage to this truck years ago, the latch that's on here for that goes on the radius support is actually from a B body. Maybe that's why I'm having a little bit of interference issues, but anyway. All right, people, so we rolling, and it's probably like extra loud because you got the free air flowing into my face from the windshield. I got these glasses on because I don't want to get freaking glass in my eyeballs, and we're making our way over. So the one issue, I guess you could say, that I probably didn't do is I didn't check when I saw the slight bit of lift as I was riding, because I do remember from past fiberglass hoods that sometimes it would have like a little flex in motion as you're driving and you pick up speed. So I was trying to test in that theory, and I slowed down, and once I slowed down, I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick up speed a little bit again and look through the daylight that I could see under the hood and look for a break in the daylight. If there was no break in the daylight, that means there was nothing connecting the hood to the actual car. So, which is probably stupid, but anyway, I've done this before, my fault. And I also didn't put the latch back on, the secondary latch, kind of like the one that you gotta push the button, then it actually releases from under the hood. Didn't have that back on because that was a whole nightmare, and plus I was under the gun. Note to self, stop rushing, but that's literally my life. But anyway, we'll get there. All right, so we made the trip. I'm optimistic because I didn't see daylight not one time, so the hood stayed down. I didn't go super fast. I might have went like, I don't know, 40-ish, something like that. I'll probably push it a little more later, but I still want to go back and kind of go over the hood with a fine-tooth comb. I notched the pieces, and that's one thing I didn't say. I notched the pieces that was in the way before I got here, but I was kind of against the clock. So I'll show you guys that after I get the glass done. I just try to get to my appointment as soon as possible. I called them to let them know it was 9 o'clock, but I got here like, I don't know, 9:14, but I gave them a heads up like, hey, I'm gonna be there between 9:10, 9:15. Had to MacGyver some stuff, I'll be there. I do. Hey, I do.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Chris? Rob, I got a glove on, sorry.
Oh,
Rob. Yeah, I did it, I started probably like, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago. And I was surprised because one of my friends was like, yo, you do all this shit to these cars, like just throw it up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. And started freaking doing it. So apparently this thing was put on horribly from the last person that did it. And that explained why I had freaking water coming in up through here and into the car, because they did a shitty job. Whoever Sam got to do it. Good thing is it's not any wild rust in here, so I'm not gonna run into too many problems. You said it was like, was it everywhere, that it was just completely like trashed?
Well, the top is definitely loose, shoulder rust there. And then the bottom, mainly from here all the way in here, nothing was really touching the urethane.
Wow, insane, insane.
Gonna blow some glass everywhere.
All right, go for it. Okay. And this one completely trashed, completely. The one thing I'm looking forward to now is no, what's that called? No water coming in at all. It was only from one spot, but now I'm going to have nothing. And another part that sucks is the freaking inspection stickers, but not too bad because they're up this month anyway, so I needed some. The difference between when it was done before, come on, you show me. Look, right here, right? It's
still wet.
Oh, okay, all right, my bad.
The thing is, I'm one of the few guys that actually does this. The GM kind of failed on separating the windshield with the body of the vehicle. There was a piece of foam that was collecting the water and potentially, well, all of them have been rusted to top.
Yeah.
I do something a little bit extra. I put a piece of tape across the top, both the windshield and the body, and I squeeze urethane in there to now divert the water from not sitting in there and then eventually potentially rusting again and sealing it. But I'm not really touching the paint. I'm only like squeezing in between the windshield and the body.
I can tell because before I could see the gap.
Yeah.
You were immediately able to be like, hey, do you see that rust in there? That's why you could see it. I can't see shit out. That's fantastic. That's good.
No matter what kind of, I do enjoy what I do. I actually do enjoy this kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
I mean, my project cars here.
Yeah, I got some. I had to get some slow-mo shots of the ProSto logo over there.
Appreciate you, yeah.
Damn.
Now, the cow I'll leave off. Fortunately, the supplier, they sent me a windshield, but this side, this piece molding was missing. They're going to deliver it to me tonight. I'll have it. It's not going to cause anything besides maybe air kind of coming through here.
Yeah.
So I will have that molding tonight. The other side is there. Like I said, you showing up here with a windshield like this, you know, it was inevitable that I'm going to replace the windshield. This could be added on later on because it just clips on underneath it here. Okay, all right. No, they did a beautiful job. You're not going to have any.
No wind, nothing like that. Yeah. Your boy that took the goggles off. Of course, if I'm robbing no goggles, that means windshield is done. Yeah, man. I know y'all saw it when I was talking to Dan. Cool dude, man, cool dude. And you can tell when somebody takes pride in what they do. He absolutely takes pride in what he does. 100%. I feel better. I will absolutely give him my glass business in the future because after him pointing out certain things to me, I can definitely tell that you're not going to get that kind of service with everybody. They may just want to like, okay, get you in, here's a new glass, goodbye. But anyway, on the road, I'm still a little skeptical here with the whole hood situation. I got some more figuring out to do. I did get it to push close this time before I left, but still just slowly creeping up. So far, I got up to like 50 miles an hour with no problem. So hopefully it continues that way. But I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep an eye on the hood and everything because I'm still nervous. And I'll get back to you guys outside in the daylight to like get a better look at it. Because we were looking at it in the garage. I mean, it's not much to look at. It's just a windshield. But the attention to detail compared to what the windshield was like even before it was broken compared to what it looks like now. Big difference. All right, peeps, made it back home. This is oddly motivating because the glass, knowing that it's better than it was, and then him vacuuming out the interior, I'm like, oh, okay, this truck doesn't suck anymore. Well, for the time being. But anyway, gonna try to show you some of the stuff in the daylight. It would be nice if, I guess the tree wasn't in the way, but I'm not gonna complain because I need the shade sometimes. But anyway, I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that he did that was not done the last time. So he mentioned it, not sure how good the audio is gonna come out. I'm not gonna touch it because he'll kill me. But up here, there was always a gap in between from the front windshield and where it met the body. He actually has something that he puts in between. I want to say it might even be literally just a caulk, but the way that he did it, there is no gap anymore. The water cannot even get into the channel to go anywhere else. Before this was done with the last windshield replacement, you could see everything down in here all the way across. There was no filler, no nothing. So that's a plus. Also now, according to him, after doing all of this at the bottom and getting a good seal this time and not like rushing the job, I'm not gonna have any water shooting up in here anymore. That's gonna be done and dealt with. Then the piece that goes over here, he said he couldn't get it in. They didn't have it, I guess, at the time, but it will be in later on today. So after I go to work the next couple of days, squeeze some other things in, I'm gonna call him up, and then he will just slap this piece on and just send me on my way. So that's also a plus. All right, so fast forward some time later, I just called up Dan at ProSto Auto Glass, the guy that did this glass. I kind of drug my feet on this one. The part that was supposed to come in is actually the side trim that's supposed to go on right here on the outside. It's almost like the weather stripping between the windshield and the glass. He said that was going to come in the next day. It's been probably like 2 weeks in between work, picking up overtime, family crap, whatever. But anyway, I called him up yesterday because I didn't want to just pop up and just make sure, like, hey man, sorry, my fault, but do you still have the piece? And he did. So he's on his way over here now to do it because he does offer mobile services as well. I probably already said that, but he's on his way over here now. It was in his route, so that works out perfect. I definitely appreciate it. So he's going to come in and handle that other side. There he is. Yeah. You the man, you the man. Is this okay for it to be here, right here? That's fine.
I'm not even gonna be here for long.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured. Let me just open the door. Oh, you got it? Yeah, this piece, oh my goodness. I don't even know if I had that before, did I?
Yeah, it's both on both sides, but yours were like falling apart. So it wasn't, okay. not like, for instance, me not installing it initially, it would be almost like, yeah, like it looked originally, so.
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Alrighty, Bogdan is the man.
Yeah.
The man. I told him he's getting all my glass business. The bourbon over there, I think that one's okay for now, but the 2 Caprices you guys drove past on the way in.
Yeah. I was like, that has to be done.
They're gonna need you badly, very badly. More so the gray ashy one than the red one.
I was driving by it. I was like, I like that, but I know who it belongs to.
Yup. Not hard to find at all. Ah, so it kind of like press fits in.
Yeah, it's just a little channel here.
All right, man. Whoa. Look at that. This is the best that this glass windshield, this whole thing has been since I've had the freaking car. I probably said that a bunch of times, but dude, like this is great, dude. I know some people are like, oh, it's just a windshield, but it means a lot. It means a lot. So Dan's out of here. We talked for a bit, like off camera and whatnot. And yeah, good dude, again, good dude. So if anybody is in the Jersey, Philly, whatever area, or shoot, I mean, depending on how far you're even willing to travel, he's located in Jersey, but if you actually want your glass to get done and you want it done by somebody that actually like really takes love in their craft, definitely come by, hit him up. Absolutely worth it, 100%. And again, he's even mobile. Depending on how far you are, depends on how far he'll go. But yeah, man, so that's it. I'm gonna take this as a win on this whole windshield endeavor and whatnot. And it's not gonna happen again because I got the hood pins in. I don't know if you can see them. They're actually the little silver dots on the front, but those are in, so I'm not gonna smash this one. And I'm good to go. So, all right, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.